what is this? 6, 7.
Explaining some sort of a concept, and I was telling you that you need to balance between the both. And then the student,
Ma'am, you just show that you have to balance, and let's hear all of you.
and I was like, you need to balance between the both.
How many students who are in the corridor are loitering around, and how many are actually there for some purpose? Honestly, bata.
Ma'am,
I can hear. What are the reasons, or that one reason, for this morning marathon, this battle of getting up ready and catch the bus in time?
Basically not waking up early in the morning.
Not waking up early in the morning. कितने बच्चे जो indisciplined होते हैं, टीचर के समझाने पर डिसिप्लिन हो जाते हैं?
कोई नहीं होता.
Today's Children's Day. It is rightly said, children are like wet cement. Whatever falls on them makes an impression. But in their journey, there are a lot of people who play a pivotal role, or sometimes a little or more role. And we believe teachers here are significant. And that is why Alexander the Great also rightly said, my parents gave me life, but my teachers gave me a meaningful life. But तब के गुरुकुल और आज के मॉडर्न स्कूल, भाई ज़माना ही बदल गया है. So let's do a face-off today. We are here at Manav Rashna International School, Ludhiana, and we have worthy teachers. Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
And the naughty students. I was expecting mix.
Yes.
Okay. So my first question, teacher से ले ले?
Yes.
क्या आपसे पूछे?
First teachers.
Good.
No, ma'am. I think every time they ask us questions, let's just give it to this time to them only.
Yeah. So, tell me one thing. Honestly, would you be honest?
Yes.
Sure up?
Yes.
I'm going to throw the question on you directly. Do you really respect your teachers? Honestly.
Yes, ma'am. We do. We do.
Ma'am, what do you think? When we were students, we were mortally scared of our teachers. Am I right?
Absolutely.
So, do you see that in them?
No, ma'am, I think times have changed, and we ourselves have given them this liberty and this freedom to feel free, ask questions, talk to their seniors and teachers, and, not be limited by the foundations of, so and so is so elderly, so I may not ask, or something like that.
What do you think, ma'am?
Well, I think the same because, when I freely talk to my students, they can actually ask me the questions they are curious about. So I think it's a better bridge between for the education for students and teachers.
So basically, this is a face-off wherein we are not going to broaden the gap, but bridge the gap. So here is a little initiative. We have started already. Ma'am, do you have to say something to this?
Yes, I think when I was their age, I used to be very scared of my teachers. I can't, share my feelings, what I'm
Yes.
thinking of freely. But today they have this liberty, and I think this is the thing that we should be yearning for. Yes.
हम अपना कोई example देखते जब हम छोटे थे ना, we would like to
Yeah.
share with you. I'm sure anyone that your parents would have shared that this is what happened with our teachers. Anyone who would like to share anything that your parents discussed with you? Yes.
Yeah, so my mother once told me and my father along. So he said that sometimes when the if they failed or if they did any naughty thing in the class, they would just take a scale or a stick and just beat on their knuckles.
Over here, that too. We had to actually make a fist and then the hit, on the knuckles.
They talk a lot this should happen in this generation also. इस ज़माने में भी होना चाहिए हमारे तो.
और अगर आपको होता है तो सीधा रिपोर्टिंग हो जाती है, मैम ने मारा. और हमारे ज़माने में तो एक बड़ी अच्छी एक्सरसाइज होती थी. दैट वाज एन एक्सरसाइज आल्सो एंड पनिशमेंट आल्सो. मुर्गा बनाते थे, है ना. और सी एट दैट टाइम वी डिडंट रियलाइज देयर इज दिस होल साइंस बिहाइंड इट, राइट. हमने तो उसका मजाक ही उड़ा दिया था. बट यस, आजकल बच्चे मुर्गा बनते हो? बनना आता है? किसी को आता है मुर्गा बनना? वी हैव ओके. कौन बन के दिखाएगा मुर्गा? जो बन के दिखाएगा उसको ब्राउनी पॉइंट्स है. एनीवन हु कुड शो अस मुर्गा कैसे बनते हैं?
Ma'am, I don't think so.
That's nice. Let's clap for him. I like that. दिखाओ. Oh, awesome! Wonderful. Thank you, beta. Thank you. Yes. So this was an exercise. आजकल हम मलासन करते हैं. उस टाइप पे मुर्गा बनते थे. Wonderful. Okay, my next question is, it's for the students and teachers as well. Now, can you think of? I think we would have a list for sure. But one teacher who inspired or influenced you the most when you were a child, when you were a student.
When I was a student, right now I'm a CREST teacher. I'm teaching at CREST and I'm taking science. And I used to be afraid of chemistry and science. That was not even my forte. I was like always like in the class, sitting at the last, that this is not my cup of tea. That I seriously am not meant for science. But there was one teacher in my school time. Her name was Miss Lavina. And when she joined, she was new. And she was, of very young age. And all others used to think of her that, no, she will not be able to gel up or something. But I think that was her plus point. And the way she gelled up and the way she, pointed out me in the class and then talked to me in person that, what are the things that make you afraid of it? And then the way she changed my perspective, towards that subject and all. And today I am a teacher and teaching science just because of her.
Oh my God, look at that. Wonderful.
I'd also like to share, I'm actually very, very grateful. In fact, till date, I'm in touch with my sports teacher because the kind of training that she gave to me has kept me active till date, has kept me on my feet. And I'm so grateful that it was just because of the stamina building. Maybe it was in the form of punishments or, a compulsory run before you had a relaxation period in your sports, even in grade 11th and 12th, that I'm able to sustain any kind of pressure till date. So I'm really, really grateful to her.
What about you?
Well, I'm grateful for Kiranjot ma'am. She teach me how to respect teachers and how to, talk to them about your feelings. So I'm very grateful. That is why I still respect teachers.
I'm really grateful for Navdeep ma'am. Like, she told me a lot of life morals, and she also told me what is the importance of discipline. Yeah, I follow, most of the time I follow discipline. So, but she also told me, what happens in your life when you follow discipline. And she also taught me, a lot of things.
Okay, now let's do one thing. Let's reverse the question. Is there any teacher that you think that you really don't like, and what's the reason? Without naming the teacher, of course. Yeah. Anyone who would like to share? Yes, you have the.
Honestly, I don't think there's a teacher that, but the thing is, if you look at the better qualities of teachers, of course, you're mortified of some teachers. Honestly, I was really scared of Sakshi ma'am sitting here. Oh my gosh, I was so scared of her. I thought she was one of the most boring teachers there was. And then one day, she took us to the lab. And honestly, I've never been happier in my life. I would frankly say I was looking at the specimens and I was so fascinated. And then she gave me the first chance to look at one of the slides. And I honestly love her for right now. And she stopped teaching us in the middle. I was so sad. Everyone was like, why are you so sad? Actually, whenever I'm a very emotional person. I was very sad. Honestly. So now she's teaching us that.
Back, yeah,
Back again.
wonderful. Anyone would like to share? Let's have somebody else. Okay, you can pass on the mic. You can stand, beta.
I don't think that there is any teacher I don't like, because every teacher, if we don't like, another day she says something to us and we like him or her. So that's the main thing. Every teacher has given us a lesson in one or the another way.
Anyone who would like to be more honest here? Yeah? Anyone? Yeah.
So, I understand teachers can be rude sometimes. They can also be kind. My mother, being a teacher who teaches in this school only, I have seen the double life of the mother-daughter and teacher-student.
Next question, well done. Yes. So my next question is, boys and girls, it is for students entirely now. First of all, could you describe a teacher in one word? One word. What could that be? Yes, hurry up, faster.
Fascinating.
Okay. One word. Yes, take the mic.
Strict.
Strict. Okay. Easy. Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome. Okay.
Anger.
Anger. Let it flow. Yeah.
God.
God. Okay. Let's have more participation. Kids at the back.
Jolly.
Jolly.
Ma'am, sweet.
Sweet. Okay. Mike at the back.
Hardworking.
Hardworking.
Thriller.
Thriller. Okay. Sounds like a novel to me.
Stress.
Boring.
Boring. Okay.
Stress.
Stress.
Yeah, a lot of stress.
Yeah.
A lot of stress.
A lot of stress.
Overworked.
Overworked.
Funny.
Funny.
Dedicated.
Dedicated.
Disciplined.
Disciplined. Okay. So now, my next question is, all the phrases or words that you use, do you see any similarity between a teacher and your mother? Who would like to comment?
Yes, I see very similarity because teachers are, in the end of the day, they're also mothers of some kids, and they also, in school they are different, in their home they are different, because in school they have to be disciplined, they have to follow the rules. In house they make the rules.
Okay, wonderful. So let me ask you one thing. Let me ask you one thing. Let's talk about your morning schedule. You all come by bus? Yeah? So I want to ask you, think and answer, okay? How do you catch your bus in the morning? Let me finish. Is it walk to the stop or a marathon? So you just walk up to your bus stop, catch a bus, or it's like, hurry up, let's do this, let's run. How do you do that? Honestly, how many of you do a marathon in the morning with your mother? Almost. No, it's not a myth. It's a reality.
She said it's a mix.
It's a mix. Okay. Yeah, just raise your hand. Okay. Wonderful. All right. So now let me ask you, what are the reasons, or that one reason, for this morning marathon, this battle of getting up ready and catch the bus in time? Yes.
Basically, not waking up early in the morning.
Not waking up early in the morning. And why?
We keep on saying, let me sleep for 2 minutes more, and time passes by.
Yeah, so I mean, how many times does your mom have to wake you up in the morning?
5 to 6 times.
5 to 6 times. And then also, grumpily you will get up, right? What else could be the reason?
Maybe more number of times, and she might not be hearing she's sleeping.
Yeah. Yes.
Because we are lazy.
Because you're lazy. Yes. Yes.
Forgetting things. Forgetting things.
Yes, that's another factor. That's a new, yeah.
So the clock in our room is 10 minutes ahead. So when
That's the strategies that moms use.
when I wake up in the morning, my mind is not knowing what's the time. My grandmother says me, wake up, you're getting late for the school. I look at the clock, I said that I'm actually late, and then I run and get ready.
Actually, it's my brother because he wakes up late.
I think if I'll ask this question to the brother, he'll say, actually, it's my sister. Yeah.
Brother reasons.
Brother reason.
Sibling reason.
Sibling reason.
It becomes hard. It becomes
She's
hard.
not sitting here, sibling reason. Okay, now let me ask you another thing. How many of you have sibling? 1, 2, more than 2? How many of you are 3? Anyone? 3? 4? No. 1, 2? You are?
I'm the fourth, including me.
You're 4.
Excuse me, ma'am. Capacity of 4. Only
Capacity,
one.
हाँ बस एक का काम सारा मैं ही कर देता हूँ, है ना? मम्मा को ऐसा लगता है 10 बार एक ही बच्चे को उठाना पड़ता है. Wonderful. So now come to think of it, it's a marathon at home. Generally, even if you walk up to the bus stop, still the morning paraphernalia, getting up in the morning, tiffin ready, reach the bus stop. Am I right? Yes. You reach the bus stop. Yes. You get dressed. Yes. You carry a tiffin. So it's the entire paraphernalia. It could be a walk up to the bus stop or the early marathon, wherein mother is rushing, the child is rushing. Have you?
Important part, ma'am, when the mother is reminding, okay, you have this activity, don't forget this, don't go to do that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so now imagine it's your mother doing it, and the teacher does it at home, then gets ready and reaches well in time before you arrive at school. Have you ever boarded a Shatabdi? Yes. Anyone? To Delhi, right? We are in Ludhiana, so let's talk about Delhi. Could anyone tell me what's the time for Shatabdi, early morning Shatabdi?
Ma'am, 7 a.m.
No, it's not 7. 4:30? Oh no, morning. It's 6:57. So if you arrive at 6:58, you miss the train, right? और शताब्दी तो फिर लेट हो जाती है, स्कूल की घंटी टाइम पे बजती है. The way you have to reach on time, teachers have to reach in time, before time. They manage their house, they manage themselves, they manage their day, and they reach to take care of you. Have you ever realized that? Tell me honestly.
They
No.
do realize because we do share. Today I have not brought my tiffin. I forgot my tiffin, or I was rushing. I forgot this.
How many of you actually realize the gravity of the situation? How difficult is it for a teacher? Yes, let me hear. Yeah, girls at the back. You have to take the mic.
Yeah, so my mother is a teacher herself. So she wakes up at 5 in the morning. She goes to her school. She has to reach her school by 7 a.m. She has earlier timings. She has to reach herself by 7 a.m. and I have to wake up at 7 a.m. So she calls me from her school. Please wake up. Have you woken up? Has the assistant woken up? Has the maid come? Has she made your lunch? Have you taken your lunch? You've taken your file. You have a test. Have you prepared for it? She asks me everything. Then she comes from school at 12:15 and she has to come pick me up at 12:30. So that's how her whole day goes. She wakes up at 5, she does everything. Then she goes to her school, manages people there. Then she comes home, manages me and my sibling. Then she also manages the household work so fabulously, and I'm just awestruck about it.
Actually, my mother is also a teacher. She has taught in a school for a few months to a year maybe. And nowadays she teaches tuitions at home. So I've seen her whenever she has to go somewhere, she's always just thinking about the kids that she has to teach. She's constantly managing everything at the house, like khana nahi bana, and you have to, call the maid to clean the house and everything. So it's just a rush.
So this is about, so both of you discussed about your mother. So what about the teachers here? Yeah.
Ma'am, one day, ma'am, I came early from the cafeteria and my class teacher was eating her lunch. So she noticed me and asked me if I could bring a spoon because she forgot her spoon. So ma'am, I rushed to the cafeteria, I bought her a spoon. Ma'am, but while bringing her the spoon, when I gave her, ma'am, I wondered that how come she forgot the spoon, because ma'am, she is a teacher with a very good memory. So out of curiosity,
They expect perfectionism.
so out of curiosity, I asked her, and she told me that at her home, her children misplace many things. So it was very chaotic in the morning.
Tell me one thing. This incident that I shared of Shatabdi or the other one that I discussed, that catching a bus in the morning and then coming to school and reach before you even reach the school, right? It's the entire, I think, the morning chaos of teachers, but I think they do it, I think they blend with it somehow. So I will come to you next way, but tell me honestly, was it a revelation for any of you sitting, oh my God, ऐसा तो मैंने कभी सोचा ही नहीं, किसी को अभी लगा ये सुनकर? Or have you all considered this before, that teachers put in a lot of effort? Yeah. Let's have more participation. Don't sit. Please speak.
So I have already realized before, and I understand what they feel like. So what happened is, once my class teacher, she came early in the morning. I entered the class and her daughter was sitting over there. So she had forgotten her food, and she didn't, without even asking, she took her lunch box and say, "Thank you, Mama, I'm going." So what happened is, she had forgotten her the children's lunch box at home. So at lunch, she was not eating anything. She was just working on the computer, and there was no one even looking in her eyes. She is hungry, and so 2 or 3 people, including me, so we just offered her food. So I'm not kind of complimenting myself, but I'm saying that. So I'm saying.
You understand.
कि teachers को अगर वो भूल भी जाते हैं तो उनकी ये बहुत ज़्यादा still भी इतनी बड़ी गलती भी नहीं है, हो जाता है, and how much work she does. Yes. So we have to feel for her. We have to show empathy to the teachers.
Empathy is the word. Yes, thank you. So I'm coming to the three of you back. Now, we all understand that every child is unique, but invariably sometimes we do get into comparison mode. So my question is, how often do we compare as teachers one child to the other, sometimes without even realizing it? And would you like to share an incident where you did and then you realized, or quoting somebody else's incident?
Maybe on this, I'll just say that if I ever am biased to a student, it is just if someone needs more learning, they maybe need more
I like that
understanding
perspective. Yes.
as compared to the other one. Maybe the one can understand a concept in just one go. They are getting the concept in one go, but maybe the other students needed to be told 2 to 3 to 4 times. This is actually, I was inspired by my biology teacher. Because of her, I am the teacher. She was so sweet and so bold. Like, I used to go there, ma'am, nahi aaya samajh. When she'll be like, it's fine, you come to me 100 times, and I actually went for the 100 times, she will actually make me understand.
Wonderful. That's what you are doing.
Yeah, I try to.
Wonderful. Yeah.
I think when we are in a kind of an environment where we value the different, differentiation, and we value the inclusion, and when I get to know about, the essence of exactly what the inclusion is, I stop doing that. Even if I'm not, doing it consciously, unconsciously, if I'm comparing in my mind, but I stopped it when I get into this institute. Like, it's been my second year here, but the inclusivity, the way the students are, accommodating the others, and the others, I'm here, igniting here, quoting as the children with the special needs, they have their other needs, and I can't compare them with them, and so is, been implemented to the students who are same as well. So I think, inclusion is one of the value that this not only institute has told me, but the way the students also, practice it here.
Correct.
So I don't think that we should be comparing, and I left it that time.
Wonderful.
Right. And when it comes to comparing, see, a lot of times when we start our career as a teacher, you sometimes look at a variety of work. But then gradually, as you get to know the students, as you get to know their individual performance, their individual potential, that's when you realize that there can be different platforms and different reasons to compare, and you cannot actually, say so and so is better than the other one. In fact, every child has some or the other ability, has some or the other potential. As a teacher, we are always striving to recognize and realize those potentials so that we can groom them accordingly.
So we need to compare our strategies, that which are the strategies that will be working much better for that children.
Ma'am, let's talk about the tuition culture. What do you have to say to that? Then I will ask you guys.
I think it somehow hinders the respect students have for a teacher.
Yes.
Because they
But what's the
believe
reason?
that, it's so abundantly available. If not you, I'm not going to respect you. Maybe sometimes, if not you, then someone else. Maybe. But
I
that
think
hinders the respect the student should be giving to a teacher.
But I think this culture is now being getting diminished. I mean, it was more, active at my age. When
Ma'am, I think if facts are to go by, it's increasing rapidly.
Might be the case, but yes, see, I don't think that now the children who are in grade first or second, they are going for tuitions, or they are not as frequent as they were in my age, because that
maybe
time
the
we
younger
were
lot,
very scared of our teachers, and we can't even ask them anything, and then we have to go for tuitions.
Correct.
And tuitions also, we look for that person that who is known to me. Like we used to call them Didi, कि अब दीदी से पूछ ही लेंगे तो मैम तो I'm a bit scared. So I think because we raised this bar, we have bridged that gap, as we already discussed it earlier.
Yes.
So I think it actually helped us to decrease that number. If in that, not in the higher classes, but I think in the low classes, we
the
actually
younger
get
lot,
it. Yeah.
As far as tuitions are concerned, I think for senior grades, many a times I have come across teachers also taking it for granted that okay, they are going to learn it at their tuition, so I can teach it any which ways. But then I've also seen that there are students who would be not going for any tuition and still pay a lot of attention in the class itself to score well. So when it comes to tuitions, I think yes, in terms of respect, the children do tend to take the classes lightly, but I don't find them disrespecting the teacher because of that.
Okay, yeah, over here. Let's have new students. I mean, by anyone else? Okay. Yeah. Thank God you're here. There won't be any participation. Come on, boys and girls, speak up.
So like it's not about respect according to me. So like actually like कई बच्चे होते हैं जिनको पढ़ाकू बोलते हैं, मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा पढ़ते हैं, कोई ज़्यादा अच्छे मार्क्स ले आते हैं, है ना, तो उनको पूछते हैं तो कितने घंटे ट्यूशन पढ़ता है, तो वे लाइक जैसे 3 घंटे 4 घंटे, मतलब लाइक द पीपल थिंक दैट जितना हम ट्यूशन पढ़ेंगे उतना ज़्यादा हमारे मार्क्स आएंगे. बट सी it's about your understanding how much like if I talk about the teachers, so teachers have to teach like 20 or 30 students in a whole class, while in a tuition the teacher has to teach only one student or like a group of 3 or 4. So it's basically like sometimes the teacher doesn't gets your point because she is confused in the whole class, like, and I think
so you
that
mean the student teacher ratio, the ratio has to but there are schools wherein
But here in our
there are
school,
60 students
I don't
in one
think
class.
there are 60
Yeah.
students. We have just a minimal ratio that is 21
No,
to 30.
but he has
and
a
it is.
point. There are schools that has a per class strength of 60. Imagine, yes.
so like the teachers over there are like so experienced, they can like even teach a 60 student class. I am actually impressed, and many of us, I believe. But like the tuition teachers, like they might have low experience, and it's like about your understanding. They give more concentration over you because there is less ratio in that area in the tuition.
Okay, you want to say something? Let's hear from yeah.
Ma'am, I think that going to tuition is not that needed now, especially in our school, because the way the teachers teach us is brilliant, and we get worksheets all
that.
the time.
Wonderful.
After
Wonderful.
like every examination, we get worksheets of each subject. Not even a single subject is there which I can say, oh, the teacher is not good. Oh, like the teacher is not providing us something.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Every
That's
subject,
great.
every subject has something to like a teacher can teach us anytime. We can go to her in like the lunch breaks or.
Okay, now let's talk
like
about
the
the
type of the
exam
periods.
stress. Okay. What's the culprit? Who's the culprit?
Ma'am, I guess the teachers take exams so that we can increase our learning, we can understand how much we have learned. The stress is that if we don't score well, what is our parents going to say to us, what are the teachers, the impression that are we, So like teachers say that it's okay if you get low marks. We are just seeing how well you understand in class. We'll pay more attention to you if you have got less marks. If you got high marks, we'll just see that you can understand in one go. We can pay attention to low.
That's very good, nice, good perspective. Yes, let's hear from you.
The exam pressure is actually given by the society as whole. Parental is one, but they also, sometimes वो कर देते हैं कि कोई बात नहीं, चलो कोई बात नहीं, you work on it, you'll get it. Teachers also, but the society around us, they put a lot of pressure on us. You can get on 10th class 10th marks or 12th class marks, and maybe in entrances tests also. So I would find the society as the culprit.
I really think that everyone is the part like in the stress for exam. Teachers also motivate us to get good marks. Parents say that if you don't get good marks, you will get a beating.
Motivation.
But tuition teachers also say that you should get good marks. There's a pressure from everywhere. A person also believes less in himself. Like if he gets low marks,
that's quite valid. That is true, beta. Yes.
Someone gets low marks, they think that I'm not capable. But if they get high marks, they suddenly feel like
Yeah, so you're judged based on your exam results.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I do see a lot of potential of being a politician because he's made everybody happy.
Yes.
Ma'am, I think so. The stress that exam gives us is needed. Exam is a test for yourself. It's not about just studies, but जिंदगी में जैसे कभी भी कुछ प्रॉब्लम आती है, that exam teaches you, like एग्जाम में आपको प्रेशर होता है तो जिंदगी में आपको प्रेशर पड़ता है और हर किसी के साथ आती है प्रॉब्लम कोई ना कोई.
Exam stress, like we say, teaches us how to manage stress in life. Have you ever experienced that? Oh, I did this for my school or my exam, and likewise I have to do it in my life as well. Anyone who has anything to share with us? Yes.
So actually exam, like you said, like who is the culprit? So it's actually आपने कहावत सुनी हुई है कि the problem is not what is like going around you. The problem is that you think that is your problem. So it's actually you who is the culprit. You are taking your stress. You are thinking about it like for so long. Like मेरे exam में गंदे marks आ जाएंगे. Like once my parents told me like that एग्ज़ाम में बुरे मार्क्स के नहीं है, बट आपको जैसे लाइक बड़े 10th क्लास में आ जाओगे तब आके मार्क्स मैटर करेंगे. बट वो क्यों आपके मार्क्स अगर गंदे आते हैं तो आपको क्यों नहीं सेलेक्ट कर लेते यूनिवर्सिटीज़ या तो लाइक बड़े क्लास में आपको फेल क्यों नहीं करते? क्योंकि उनको लगता है कि आपको नहीं कंसेप्ट समझ में आया तो आप हमारे इस हमारे वे ऑफ वर्किंग में नहीं आ सकते. एंड लाइक यू सेड confidence, not thinking that like the problems in your life are actually your problems. Take your advantage of that. Have confidence. Exams are there to teach you confidence, nothing
I
else.
understand. We all understand that. My question is, have you ever implemented any such thing in your life and seen that, yeah, this is how I handle my exam stress and this is how I'm going to handle my life?
Ma'am, away from education, like in education, sometimes we don't get good marks as low expected. We hit the rock bottom of our like सोचने में ऐसा लगता है कि अब तो कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता, पर ऐसी चीज़ें लाइफ में भी होती हैं. बहुत कुछ होता है कि आप अपनी लाइफ का रॉक बॉटम हिट करते हो और वहाँ से गेट अप करना एग्ज़ाम्स सिखाते हैं. जैसे एक टर्म में आपके कम मार्क्स आ गए और लाइक लाइफ में भी आपके एक टर्म में आपके बहुत ज़्यादा बुरा हो रहा है, दूसरे टर्म में आपको चांसेस मिलते हैं, आपको हार्ड वर्क करते हो, आपको जो मिल जाता है जो आपको चाहिए होता है.
Okay, my question is, what is that one thing that you would like to change or alter about a teacher?
Let's ask
Keeping
from that
in mind the
last row.
consequences.
Let's give it to them.
You can't say, okay, I want the teacher not to teach. It doesn't work like that, right? So you have to keep in mind the ifs and buts.
Probably the teacher's abilities to overwork themselves.
That's so nice. That's nice.
Because we have seen teachers, I have seen my own mother, and at the end of the day they're just like, just please go, leave me alone. They'll get angry, they'll scold us only. Obviously that's true.
What is
They
the
have to
reason
take-
of their overworking themselves out?
It's maybe like in school, maybe it's this pressure from the administration, the management, or at home it's just the normal stress of managing their family and everything. I think males take it a little less lightly and females take it a little more seriously, that, oh, it's my responsibility,
Now, talking
oh,
about
I
the
have to
teachers
do
here,
that.
what is that one thing that you would like to change about students? Will make your life convenient? It's an important question. Let me reiterate. What is that one thing you would like to change or alter about students that would make your life easier?
I think that discipline, in the terms that they should understand that what we are teaching is actually important and interesting. Let us make it interesting.
I like that.
I'll put it to, taking things in the way they are. When you're playing, you should play. When you're studying, you should study.
So one thing I want to change about is like respect. No offense, but sometimes like I won't name the teachers, but like sometimes they feel like हम class teacher हैं, हम बड़े post पे हैं, तो whatever we say that student has to do it. If the student doesn't feel comfortable, like if, for example, if the projector, we have projectors in a class, if there is loud volume and a person has ADHD or like is autistic and he says like please decrease the volume, but the teacher doesn't understand. I'm the class teacher, I said what is going on is right, I know what is going on and what is right. I think they should have like, they should
Do you think
feel and
teachers should respect students
yes, ma'am.
more?
We should
That
like,
would bridge the gap?
yes.
Yes, and not always playing the teacher card? Is that
The
what
teacher
you want
should
to
like,
lie? It does happen? Okay.
The teacher has to like less like kind
Okay, now
of
we're
not only
talking,
think too
yes.
much about.
Disrespect a student. I have met several people who are differently abled, and I have just understood, like sometimes actually the thing is the teacher does not understand. They've been
I think
taught.
the teachers do have special training in that. Moving up, let's talk about normal, otherwise, in normal life. Yes. Anyone else? Role switch. How can teacher be more empathetic towards students? Yeah. Yeah, let's hear from you.
Ma'am, teachers can be more empathetic and understand better if they try to look us from our perspective. They look at us from their perspective. Ma'am, sometimes like we are roaming in the corridor and the teacher thinks that we are fooling around and not sitting in the class, but we were actually bringing some stuff or doing some other teacher's work. So teacher says that we are making excuses.
What's your name?
Ma'am, Vyomini.
Vyomini, tell me one thing honestly. Okay, on a scale of 0 to 10, or a ratio, let's talk about the ratio. How many students who are in the corridor are loitering around, and how many are actually there for some purpose? Honestly, batana.
Ma'am,
I can hear.
ma'am, that's what happened with me today.
No, I just give me the ratio. Like if there are 10 students, how many would be in the corridor moving around because of some purpose, and sometimes on purpose to just loiter around?
Ma'am, 9 ratio 1.
See? And then you blame the teacher.
And it's the same for going to the washroom.
Yeah.
Ma'am, that's why, ma'am.
So
ma'am,
ratio of 9 on 1 makes the case weaker.
ma'am, the case is weak, but those who are actually having a purpose, ma'am, they see.
अच्छा, tell me one thing, घर में कितनी बार होता है मम्मा बिना मतलब पे डांट देती है?
मैम बहुत बारी होता है.
टीचर्स भी ऐसे कर जाती हैं, उसमें क्या हो गया? Okay.
You know, like some teachers who are the students who are not disciplined, they show them like, why are you not disciplined? I don't want you in my class. You just get out of the class. They should just teach the motive of discipline. They should just try to, but they are just like, you get out of the class.
Now let me ask you another question. On a scale of 0 to 10, give me the ratio. कितने बच्चे जो इनडिसिप्लिन होते हैं टीचर के समझाने पर डिसिप्लिन हो जाते हैं?
मैम ऑलमोस्ट सारे, कोई नहीं होता.
One, कोई नहीं होता. So who is to be blamed?
And if I could just speak, just tell me your favorite subject.
Ma'am, my favorite subject is science.
Science. So you love being taught science,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
So in case you are listening to a concept very curiously and someone is disturbing you again and again, so would you be happy about that?
No, ma'am, I would
This
be
is what
very-
happens with the teacher. We figure out that this students or this group wants to learn. We cannot hinder their learning just because a few students were creating noise.
Okay, let me ask the students. Let me ask you. Which class are you in? I'm in 11th. So 11th है तो थोड़ा समझदार है. हम एक कोई 6, 7 का बच्चा भी लेंगे. I assume.
You assume well.
Thank you. Okay. So no, but the question is difficult. That is why it is a tricky question. Now, like he mentioned that children who are not very disciplined in the class, I will not say indisciplined because naughty भी होते हैं. Children who simply refuse to listen to the teacher. As a teacher, if you are, because you are a student, right? So you can understand. How can you discipline them? How can you make them listen to you? Honestly. Okay, no fancy words.
Practically.
Practically. It's really hard. I mean, I can vouch for myself कि I am a little naughty. और टीचर को लगता है कि हाँ ये पढ़ने वाला बच्चा है, he will understand. एक बार बोलूँगी तो चुप कर जाएगा. मैं बच जाता हूँ.
And what about your naughty peer group?
They're with me.
Yeah.
वो फंस जाते हैं, मैं बच जाता हूँ.
So tell me one thing. What's your name, beta?
Jaskirat.
Jaskirat, who is at fault? Do you really think teachers are at fault for
नहीं.
always pinpointing those students who
No.
disturb the class?
Not always. Not always. No.
Not always.
नहीं.
So on a scale of 0 to 10, how many times are they right?
I would say a solid 7.
Oh my God, that's a good score. Yeah.
So like continuing for him, like the teacher shouldn't have a fixed perspective about a person. Like if the person is disciplined, like if I talk about any
Okay,
person.
tell me one thing. कितनी बार मम्मा आपको एक ही बात बोली, तूने तो ये करना ही है?
Yeah, like 100 times.
टीचर का भी यही perception होता है.
100 times in an
कुछ
hour.
चीज टूटी है. What's your name?
Javian.
हाँ?
Javian.
जेवी तो जेवियन ही तोड़ी होगी. मामा का भी एक, आपके पेरेंट्स का भी एक पर्सपेक्टिव होता है that my boy is like this, like my daughter is like this, right? So teachers also form that thing. They also have that. They are humans, right? So they observe you, but yes, of course, ma'am, we all will agree that they have to be empathetic. They have to understand. They cannot always corner a child or belittle a child or gaslight somebody. That of course is unacceptable. But otherwise अगर teacher थोड़ा prejudice हो रही है क्योंकि पता है कि यहाँ पे जो बैठे बच्चे हैं इन्होंने तो बात सुननी नहीं है, so you can't blame the teacher. Can you?
But
honestly, can you?
No, ma'am. Ma'am,
But
like
I think
in
there's a very thin line between being disrespectful and being funny in front of your friends and all, right?
Yes.
So we should never cross that line. And so on this, the teacher, she will also never, she will never interrupt in between the session. I mean, who wants their session not to go smoothly and she need to interrupt any one of you and pinpoint every time that exact same student only. So
we put in a lot of effort to just prepare one lecture. If we have to even deliver one topic, we think of examples, we go to internet, we go to chat GPTs, we go to YouTube, we watch a lot of things just to make it more interesting for you. But in case those 5 students, every time they're disrupting your class, that irritates
Wonderful.
you.
Now let's do one thing. Now let's make it more fun. Ma'am, do you want to add to it?
Ma'am, I just wanted to say that yes, like ma'am pointed out, there's a lot of effort and there's a lot of backstage work which goes into a lecture, which is not visible or maybe evident to the students. And so when they disturb the class, that is one reason what ignites the teacher's anger, that I've prepared, I've put in so much hard work and I have to read. There's a timeline that we have to follow. And when, it's like you prepared for something and then somebody is obstructing you from not doing that work, not achieving it. How would you feel? I think maybe that's
For instance, you
how you'll
have a
understand.
declamation contest. You prepared, you went up on stage, and there is a group of students sitting there not letting you speak or disturbing you. Won't you be irritated?
Who on purposely thinks, "Aaj to karna hi nahi hai." Who on purposely made their mind.
Yes. Now let's add fun element to it. Let's test the teachers. They take your test. Very happy, huh? Okay. Let's ask them about some Gen Z slangs. I have my lists. You can add yours. Okay? I like the murmur. करते रहिए. आपने बड़े important murmur miss कर दिया है. छोड़ना नहीं है. Okay? I want that murmur again. Okay? So I want that sound again. So let's do the Gen Z slangs. Yes. Okay. Cool. Are you ready? All right. So I have a few. You can add. No cap.
No cap or low cap?
No cap.
No
See,
lies.
I don't even
No
heard. I
lies.
didn't
No
even heard.
lies. You can clap. Wonderful. Riz.
That hype or that feeling that you have, that student has that res.
See, that's our word too. Yeah. Okay. Next. She ghosted me.
She ghosted, she suddenly disappeared from your life or something like that.
Yeah? Is that so? Okay. That party was lit.
Amazing. That party was like beyond.
That was
vibrant,
cool.
vibrant,
That was-
cool.
Yeah.
Would you like to add? Your slang. Hurry up. Yes.
So I'm gonna say a sentence with a slang with it. I'm gonna cook it.
Like, I would say, I'm not getting the word, like burning up someone. Like, I am not getting the word actually. I lost my
gonna
Cook it.
I'm gonna nail it.
Kill it. Kill it. Okay. There's one more. I find it flexing. She's flexing it. Oh. आपको तो पता ही है. आप बताओ.
Flexing like.
She's showing off.
Showing off. Yes. Yes.
8. 88.
She ate it.
88. She ate.
And left no crumbs.
She ate and no crumbs.
Okay. Now what is this? 6, 7.
See, I want to share this incident. I was, explaining some sort of a concept, and I was telling you that you need to balance between the both. And then the students, and eventually all of them started doing that, and they said 6, 7. And I was like, what is this?
Ma'am, you just show that you have to balance, and let's hear all of you.
And I was like, you need to balance between the both. And I was like, what is this going on? I didn't even know.
All right. Okay. Bruh.
It's kind of gender neutral. You can call any one of your friends the bro.
Bruh.
Bo-
Bruh.
yeah.
It's not bro. It's bruh. Okay. Skibidi Ohio.
They used to say it in
Ma'am,
the
I
class,
have
but I
another
didn't
one.
get it.
Skibidi toilet?
No, ma'am. Ma'am,
First, Skibidi Ohio. Do you know what that means? No. Yeah, what is it?
Ohio is something which is not, it's a state in the US and it's considered not very pleasant.
Oh, nice. What do I have here? Skibidi Ohio. A funny, Sigma, a funny or ironic, yeah.
I think the Ohio memes have been going for a while. Like someone says only in Ohio.
Only in Ohio. What does that mean?
Oh, no. Like something weird happens, then they say only in Ohio.
I have another one.
Yes.
Pookie guy.
What's that?
That's like cutie, like very cute.
Oh, yes.
And I have
But
another
that's a very
mathematical
overrated
equation.
word. I don't know why you want to use a word like a pookie instead of cutie.
That's cute.
Yeah, no, that's not even cute. I didn't find it cute.
Let's talk about what do you have to say. I find these slangs to be very irritating, and I think
that pookie word is very irritating. Like, I mean, why not cutie?
Okay, and tell me honestly, how many of you use the word bro so much that you even call your teacher a bro? Bro.
It happens.
Bro. Or your mom bro. Or your dad bro. How many of you did that? Yeah.
Ma'am, yesterday I was going and I accidentally called my mom bro.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
I don't know why, but my sister. I called her bro.
Sister chalta hai, yeah. Anyone else who called the teacher bro or the principal bro?
I was talking to my class teacher, so what happened? She called me suddenly when I was talking to my friend. I was like, what happened, bro? What was happening? Mom was like,
and what was her reaction?
Mom was like, who are you saying, bro? I'm your class teacher.
So this is what, okay. So now the reason I picked up the word bro, boys and girls, I'm very firm on this. It's really important for you to maintain your formal stand and stance in life. What we are doing is we are just running after what is happening around. And like I always say, the problem with the rat race is even if you win, you're still a rat. Yeah. So while you're in your school, we are in schools wherein our education system is such that we focus a lot on learning, cohesive learning, and we need to respect the teacher. Discipline is utmost for any good school. So it's really important at your age, it's good to learn the slangs, but do not make it a part of your repertoire. It should not become a part of your vocabulary. Why? Because then you will forget how to speak smartly, fluently, yeah, like that good old English. Your generation will totally skip it. Probably the next coming generation will realize that, oh my God, look at the way our parents are talking. And there will be a reversal, like Ghar Wapsi, but at the moment, your generation faces this severe crisis of not even, sounding more like Donald Trump. Yeah. It's because, no, I'm not saying Donald Trump, because that's very Americanized way to talk. And we have, as Indians, we have, if I have to use one word, eloquent English. Please stick to basics. Don't let it go, is my only advice to you. Ma'am.
Yes, I just wanted to add just one thing. The other day I was checking some formative assessments I was taking.
And Gonna?
And the answers that I was getting is IDK.
Look at that.
IDK.
Look at that. Yeah, guys, you may laugh at it, but this is serious.
So I didn't even think about it. I thought of that I might have given some acronym or something, and then I checked it and I was like, no, it means I don't know. And I didn't even know that time.
So do you think that this is funny or disrespectful? Honestly. No, do not raise your hand. How many of you think that if you do not know the answer and to the teacher you write IDK? This is funny or disrespectful? How many of you think that this is disrespectful? It is indeed disrespectful. It is not funny at all.
It could be, ma'am, but I think
you need to draw that line.
Yeah, because they are so much used to using these words, they don't even feel like that it's disrespectful or something, that it's such an informal way.
Yes, it has become a part of your repertoire, your vocabulary. You think that this is how we communicate, this is how we talk.
There's one example I used in the class the other day when a student asked me why discipline is important. So suppose you guys are in the prime of your careers. You be a businessman. You're conducting a meeting with some important persons from another country, and if we do not discipline you and you don't know formal English or anything, and you are going to use the words like, bro, what are you doing? I don't like it. So this is not the kind of language you do business deals in. What if we teachers come in your class and tell you, oh bro, what's happening? Would you like that?
You may like it once or twice, you might find, but eventually you say, yaar, ma'am ko kya ho gaya? Mamma, ma'am to sara time Gen Z ban chuki hai.
And this actually happens, and this is the part where you draw a line.
Yes, so it's really important. So you just say the brain rot thing. Yeah. एक बार just say that again. That was important.
Like someone who uses this slang type language all the time, we have an acronym in our language as well for him. We call them brain rotted.
Yes, the brain rot is an important word. So boys and girls, it's really important for you to know that are you heading towards like colossal brain rot? You need to draw a line. It's really important. Okay, now let's test you. You thought you could ask your teachers about the slang and laugh at them? Let's test your knowledge. Okay, so let's dim the lights. So I'm going to show you. If you know it, I think you don't even have to raise your hand. You can just say. So here is an image. Light off kare ek baar. So can you see what this is?
Now we have mobile, but when you had telephone, you do a phone.
No, this is not that.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
it is an olden time telephone system. So what happened?
Really? No.
It is a typewriter.
Ma'am, it's a typewriter, ma'am. Ma'am, we write newspapers, like we type from.
It's a. This precisely is a telegram. Have you heard of telegram? Apart from the new app that has come, this was a telegram.
So.
So you know, in our times, a telegram meant bad news.
Bad news.
Yeah.
Something urgent.
Yeah, something urgent or bad
Ominous.
news. Yes. Yeah.
Ma'am,
Okay. Moving
like-
on to the next one. Wait.
And we used to do it in English also, how to write it.
Write a telegram.
One of our writing tasks used to be
Okay, what is
learning
this?
to write a telegram in Indian English.
Oh, how many of you know about this game? How many of you play? You play in the school as well?
We once played in a school. There was a
You still play Pictogram? Wonderful, guys.
When we get cousins like
Cousins we do? Okay, wonderful. Next. अब तो हमारे पास ground भी नहीं है ना. Okay, what's this?
Typewriter. Antenna.
किस चीज का एंटेना?
Radio antenna. Radio
रेडियो
antenna.
एंटेना नहीं था ये, टीवी एंटेना था.
Ma'am, radio
And it had to be rotated to get the correct
So
time.
we would, one of us would go on the chat and say, अच्छा अब आ गया, अब आ गया. Yeah.
Ma'am, ma'am,
Like you go for Wi-Fi.
Some,
Oh, and during cricket. Oh my
ma'am,
God.
sometimes radio antenna works on this.
Ma'am, my mother always gets nostalgic after ma'am something like this comes in the film. Ma'am, she always says that ma'am, they were like, "Ki, हो गया, signal आ रहा है."
Oh yes.
Specifically for Ramayana, I think.
Ramayan, yes. Mahabharat, Ramayan times, yes. And cricket match. For us it was cricket. Yes. Ma'am, next.
Next, yes.
You still use it? Do you? You do? Oh, okay.
Can I add how I use it? I used to use it when I used to frame, tests for my kids. When internet and printing was not into that much time, and then I used to, write it and then one copy with the carbon copy so that I can have two at a one time.
Oh yes, we did that. Yes.
I did use it for diagrams.
Diagrams. No. Wait. What do you call it? What do you call it? Oh no. No. Shh. Now let's see. बड़ा skibidi कर रहे थे. अब बताओ इसको क्या कहते हैं? No.
Ma'am, it's a tape.
VCR.
Who told you? Cheating. It's called VCR.
Video cassette recorder.
Video cassette
You
recorder.
could
And then
play a cassette and you could even do some recording.
Yeah.
We used to have our wedding videos and all other videos.
and I used to watch movies.
Watch
late
movies.
night movies. इकट्ठी दो तीन एक ही बारी में चलो खत्म
You
कर
could
दो.
get these on rent from shops and then you could watch movies or
And then
English
the entire
movies.
family would sit together and we
English
would watch
movies.
2-3 movies in one go. One night. Finished off. But now you call it binge watching. It wasn't then. It was luxury for us, the binge watching.
Ma'am, these days we have SD cards, but in the olden times we used to use this, but in SD cards we can just put in the camera and we can just watch on.
No, that is very different. Move on to the next one. Yes.
The craze of this was different.
Yes. Okay, let's see. What?
Ambassador. Ma'am,
Vintage
ambassador.
car. Imagine calling ambassador a vintage car. It was luxury for us. And you're calling ambassador a vintage car. It still exists, by the way.
My grandfather had one.
Had one, yes. Next. Okay, who is this? This guy. On your left. Who's that? Wait. Who's that? He's Bobby Deol's father. Bobby, do you know Sunny Deol?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know Bobby Deol?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, he's Dharmendra. He's Dharmendra. He was, I think, one of the
Girls
biggest
used
superstars.
to drool over him for his personality. They were like, if only we get to see him once.
And he's from Punjab.
Yes.
Saneval. Who is this guy?
Shatrughan Sinha.
Okay, anyone else who knows him? Do you know his daughter? Who's his daughter? Sonakshi Sinha. Were you able to relate Sinha or you knew?
He's a politician now.
He's a politician.
From Bihar.
And I will tell you something about Shatrughan Sinha. I think around 15 years back, I went to Mauritius for an event, a government event, and they said till date, Shatrughan Sinha has, at that point of time, now I'm sure most others would have, ab to YouTubers bhi bade ho jate hain, the kind of rousing applause this guy received when he landed in Mauritius. I'm talking about 2007. Tab tak kisi ko itna nahi mila tha because there are a lot of people from his hometown and his roots in Mauritius. So this guy got a tumultuous response when he landed in Mauritius.
Acted in movies both as a lead actor as well as a villain.
Villain, yes. Next.
Amitabh Bachchan.
Anyone else? That's it, ma'am? Oh, we have one more.
Ma'am, Rishi Kapoor.
How many of you know him? How many of you do not know him? Okay, now those who do not know, do you know his son's name?
Ma'am, Ranbir Kapoor.
Granddaughter's name.
Ah, his granddaughter.
Raha.
Raha. Oh, nice. Good. I think it's over.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So with this, we conclude our face-off, ladies and gentlemen. It was indeed my pleasure to meet the young students of MRIS School and the worthy teachers here. Boys and girls, thank you so much. Let's have a round of applause.